Welcome to day 3 of Rocktober. Now that the drums are done, it seems natural that I should go for the bass guitar next. The bass guitar kind of complements the drums really well, and together they form like the backbone or the core of the song rhythmically and melodically. So it seems like a good idea to try and build up the core of the song first. This is gonna be another scratch track, not the final thing. I'm building up the instruments in the song so I can figure out what the song is, and then later I'll go record the actual parts. Now I learned from literally a YouTube video, Flea and Chad from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, how they make driving beats that you hear in their later albums from like Blood Sugar onward. And the idea is that when a drummer hits the kick, the bass guitar plays a low note, and then when the drummer hits the snare, the bass guitar plays a high note. And by coordinating the two of them, you get a really tight driving beat that you just want to nod your head to. So for example, here I'll play Naked in the Rain. That's a Chili Peppers song from Blood Sugar Sex Magik. And notice how when I slap the low bass notes with my thumb, at the same time, I'll kick the kick drum. And then when I pluck the high notes with my finger, at the same time, I hit the snare. That's the way that Chad and Flea do it, and most popular rock bands use this trick somewhere. You hear it everywhere, honestly, if you listen for it. Now I'm doing the same thing in this song, except maybe it's not quite so easy to tell because I don't slap in this song, but you know, when I'm playing the low note on the bass, I'm kicking, and when I'm playing the high note on the bass, I'm hitting the snare. Now when playing bass, I often get fairly melodic, and I start like doing melodies on the bass line because it's fun and it sounds pretty. Maybe because I started on voice and guitar, and I like melodies. You know, I like good melodies. Now it works great in really slow-moving blues songs like House of the Rising Sun or like reggae songs or something like that. But this song doesn't really call for it. This song wants the bass to contribute to the beat pretty much all of the time. So I'm going to be doing fairly few fills, but at the same time, when I'm recording, I try to never play the same thing twice. So for example, the second verse will have a few minor variations that the first verse didn't have, and the third verse will have different variations, and so on. But you have to do it so that the variations don't distract from the song as a whole, and so that the instruments are coordinated in what variations they play. They're playing the same sort of variation at the same time. So the end result is that the second verse should be more interesting, even though you've already heard the first verse, which is similar. So like it keeps the song fresh. As I was recording the bass line, I broke a string on my bass, which has never happened to me before. So the take I got stuck with is a bit weak and it misses some beats. Not very happy about that, but I was able to edit the rest of the song together from some previous takes. So the last thing to do now is try and figure out what amp modeler to use. I'm recording direct into the computer because I don't have a bass amplifier, and honestly I might do that anyway for a bass because it's so easy, and this is just a scratch track. GarageBand has a few different settings you can play with, so I'll try to find something to tide us over until the real deal comes in down the line.